Hello, hello, and hello to everybody who might be watching. I am Pink Devil, and this is Pathfinder, Kingmaker. Last stream I noticed after after checking over the live, turns out the sound wasn't so great, so I cranked up and changed a little bit of it to hopefully make it not extremely quiet. And this time you'll be able to hear the characters actually talking and the music playing in the background instead of having a barely any sound. Yeah. So you should be able to hear the music by now. Yeah, I hope it works better than last time.
Forwards.
Yeah. So, last time we have. Yeah, I'm gonna do a small, quick recap of everything. Last time, our characters met up in the residence of the Sword Lords. Sword Lord Jamandi Aldori, who has gave us a task to go into the Stolen Lands, beat the bandit lord known as the Stag Lord, and take over and become the new king, or actually baron of this land. While we were preparing ourselves, spending the day there, everybody was attacked by assassins. There was a purple gnome, a little fucker known as Tartuccio, who has tried to frame us as a guy working with the assassins, but he failed. We have assembled our team. We have Amiri, Lindsay, and
I am yours to command.
Valerie. Yeah, we have Valerie, Lindsay, and Amiri amongst us. And our character, our main guy, is Shaggy with his loyal Scooby-Doo.
I will see this
Ready for anything. We have a simple summon spell and a little buff for our Scooby-Doo to deal more damage. We can also change the spells, but this is the best for now. We're going to be looking at the spells later. Yeah, Lindsay has this. We're going to be checking out the spells later and everything. When we will be leveling up, I'm for sure gonna be talking about what I'm thinking and what I want the build to be. I still don't have much of a plan when it comes to the build, but we'll see. We're going to grow and learn. Let's start traveling along. We're supposed to go to Oleg's trading outpost and get ourselves supplied there and continue our travels from there. I like this map. It's a very nice map. Alright, and re-entering the location. No. We're sending our team a little forward to the Oleg's outpost. Save yourselves, fools! Okay, crazy old man.
without a doubt.
But we're going to still set ourselves up with the tanky front line first. And let's go. I'm going to be doing a little, you know, narration because not everything is voice acted in this game. So I'm gonna be trying my best. Don't laugh, I am not a professional voice actor. English not first language, me speak bad, sorry. But I'm gonna be trying to do my best. In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax and some beer. And where that free wife of yours, Oleg? She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're just here for the Stag Lord's tax. Hand over the money and we'll be on our way. You want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like Locust. You think you control everything around here just because you put up that painted rag of yours. You came here, squeeze us dry, and come. Oleg, a large man with a rough face, stops talking when he notices you. Ah, you must be guests from Restov. Yeah, so alignment in dialogues. Some dialogues feature special options that are available only to characters with certain alignments. We are neutral good, so we don't have access to this one. We would have the access to it if we were either neutral or good. I think, at least. Yeah, like here we have a lawful neutral because we are neutral. And selecting certain dialogues can push the alignment of our character towards that alignment. So if we start choosing, for example, chaotic good choices, our character from neutral good will start to shift into chaotic good. And vice versa, into neutral if we select lawful. I'm sorry. And vice versa into the lawful if we start making the lawful choices. We can also completely start pivoting towards evil. But our Shaggy is a noble hero. He sees what's going on here and he doesn't like it. So he's going to say, Zoinks, I'm not interested in bloodshed, but I won't let you rob this man blind. Be on your way and I'll let you go in peace. The woman smiles coldly. All right, we'll leave. But what makes you think we won't just return with greater numbers? Why would we leave when we've got easy pickings from Restov before us? We'll rip out your guts and empty your pockets.
To victory!
Alright, I'd rather to do it in turn-based. I very much prefer turn-based than real-time. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of that.
Let us strike as one! Tear them apart!
I should have raged before doing that. I can't let him kill Oleg. Are they invincible? How much armor do they have? They have 11 armor and nobody can hit them. What is that? What's going on? Oh my god. Lindsay Bardic songs will be necessary here. Please, the bandits can't hit either. Alright. we don't need the
Do
defensive.
not falter.
We shall overcome.
And I immediately chop him in half. But rage first.
They go down.
Dog, get him! Scooby-Doo! Why? Lindsay, shoot him down.
Serves you right.
Or not. Don't want him to kill Oleg. I don't want them to kill Oleg. Right.
Attack.
Charge in. Stab him. Amiri, chop him down. And try to walk over here. Dog. Yes, Scooby-Doo, finally. Good boy. Oh, Scooby-Doo. Yeah, we're gonna get some other stuff. We don't need everything. I like the special effects of killing them.
I will guide us.
Setting up our team before we speak to Oleg. We're going to level up. We can multi-class. So basically grabbing the other classes and gaining their abilities at their own pace. But we're going to be sticking to Druid, I believe, like the whole way through. Like I said, I don't have much planned yet, but from my I think I'm gonna do it like this. You know, the all. What will I do? I think I'm just gonna go Druid the whole way to 20. I'm not even sure if we're gonna hit 20 by the end of the game. I mean, if we go DLCs, if we like complete every quest and everything, we should hit the level 20 at the last quest. On my first playthrough, that was years ago, I remind you. Yeah, on my first playthrough, I did not reach level 20 by the time I started the last quest. So I hope that this playthrough we actually do end up at level 20. I'm gonna go athletics for sure, knowledge, world, nature, and perception. Alright. Yeah, that's good. That's good for me. Looks good. Yeah, we have plus 11 to our nature, so anything nature related we find, we'll be able to deal with it. Our armor, the armor we are wearing currently, is also impeding our athletics and mobile abilities, but only a little bit. If we check up on Valerie, she has it much worse. We're also gonna be going with her fighter, most likely the whole way through. She can be a paladin. I kind of want her to. Sometimes I kind of want to make her paladin, but I never. Oh yeah, she doesn't believe in any god or anything. But I always like, it would be fun to make her a paladin. She just fits. But we're sticking to fighter and making her the tower shield fighter specialist. Yeah. So she's going to get bonus combat feat. So we're gonna choose her on extra ability and a burst barrier. She can use specialists can use shield to screen themselves from burst spells and effects, gain +1 on reflex saves against them while employing a tower shield. This bonus increases. So basically more more chance she won't take full damage from spells that require specific saves. And saves, for those who don't know, are basically a roll of the dice that determine... how do I say it? Basically, you roll the dice and you add your modifiers. Like, for example, from the shield, from this little ability we had, and from your dexterity and stuff like that. And if we roll high enough, we can avoid parts of these spell effects, or even completely overcome these spell effects and be not affected by it. So she, while carrying the shield, gets a bonus to that, to certain effects. And we're gonna give her a bit of... I don't know. I think Lindsay will be doing our persuasion. I don't think we actually need... She has a good tank build. We don't really need her to have any skills. She's basically our meat shield, holding a shield, standing at the front line. Mostly fighting defensively and not hitting anything, but just, you know, being the wall. She has bastard sword proficiency. I'm sorry, I'm yawning constantly. I don't know why I am immediately getting tired upon turning on the stream. And what can we give her? Yeah, we can give her bastard sword weapon focus, so she can hit enemies more often. Or we can go armor focus, heavy armor focus, and the AC bonus granted by any armor that you equip increases by 1. That would be pretty good. You get a +4 bonus dodge. Dodge bonus to armor class against attacks of opportunity, cause when you move out of or within a threatened area. A condition that makes you lose your dexterity bonus also makes you lose dodge bonuses. Combat reflexes. I don't think she needs combat mobility. Intimidating initiative. Quick reflex allows you to react rapidly to danger. +4 to initiative. She doesn't really need that. Shield focus. Shield walls. Whenever you are wielding a shield and are adjacent to an ally wielding a shield who also has this feat, the AC bonus from your shield increases depending on the shield wielded by your ally. AC is armor class. I don't know if I specified that earlier. If your ally is wielding a buckler or light shield, your shield bonus increases by 1. Wielding a heavy shield or tower shield by 2. Keep these bonuses. Yeah, I should have drank coffee before starting it record. I think we're going to stay with the armor focus to give her a bit more armor class. Like I said, we can respec the characters later if we decide they are not strong enough. And also I'm playing on normal, so I don't think we're going to really hit any major walls that would prevent us from continuing on. Endurance, athletics and fortitude. Yeah, coordinate defense. I am like not like increase armor, increase armor. I'm like I want her to have a lot of armor, but also in Pathfinder you just even if you have 30 armor, you're still gonna get hit at least a good few times in combat. But I'm gonna stick to it. I already said heavy armor focus. Let's go. Tower shield specialist. No Lindsay. Lindsay as a bard. Second level, she gets bard talent. Gains expertise. She learns a number of talents that aid her and confuse her foes. A rogue talent. Okay, and well versed. Okay. And she's going to have persuasion for sure, knowledge, world, and arcana, trickery to disarm traps, and use magic device to cast spells from spell scrolls. And that works good for me. That looks very good. And yeah, she can learn the rogue talent from her from this feature. Skill focus. I'm thinking she's going to be our little skill monkey. Basically, rolling checks for us in dialogue and in the book scenes, like the fire one from the very beginning. But we also can just give her, like, you know, light crossbow weapon focus to give her a bit more of a chance to hit enemies. I'm gonna give her skill focus persuasion, so we have more persuasion when we have her in the team. Also very much fits her, in my opinion. And now we can select an extra spell. Sleep, some monster, touch of gracelessness, one enemy, range touch. Hypnotism. It's only enemy creature. Your gestures and drawing interactions fascinate nearby enemies, creature, causing them to stop and stare blankly at you in a daze. Yeah, that's... I think hypnotism will be good. I don't think we want laughter. Yeah, that's I think good. We could also give her the buffing spells, but I don't think anything will be for remove fear on Unbreakable Heart. This, at least this early in the game. Yeah. 11 persuasion, very good. And Amiri. Of course, we're going barbarian. She's going to be pure-blooded barbarian. Athletics, mobility, perception, and nature. Yeah. We're keeping that going. We're going to grab Animal Fury. Bite attack. If used as part of the full attack, the bite attack is made. -5. I think we're going to get lethal stance. Yeah, this will make her hit more often. And we want her to hit every time she swings the sword. Yeah, lethal stance and uncanny dodge. She cannot be caught flat-footed, nor does she lose her dexterity bonus to AC if the attacker is invisible. She still uses dexterity bonus if to AC if immobilized. A character with this ability can still lose dexterity bonus to AC if an opponent successfully uses the feign action against her. Yeah. Still works.
Done with waiting.
She's also fatigued for 20 seconds from the rage she did back there.
Hesitate.
Now we speak to the man. Oleg. Take that, you scoundrels! Oleg shakes his fist, but now he scratches his head and stares at the ground gloomily. The girl got away. A plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They come before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now, what are we to do? He sighs heavily. If only I could send Svetlana somewhere safe and show these rats what's what. He notices a fair-haired woman approach. Dove, what are you here? Why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just needed to be sure you were all right. The woman looks at her husband tenderly, with a hint of sorrow. Oleg mumbles something as he looks away, embarrassed. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they, and why will they arrive? When will they arrive? Oleg waves his hand solemnly. Who are they? They are the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands, them team with bandits like bedbugs, like Beggar's Hat. I'm gonna read this again. I'm sorry, I am English not first language, sorry. Me sorry, very sorry. We just have them. I'm kinda nervous. Oleg waves his hand sullenly. Who are they? They are the Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands team with them like bedbugs in a beggar's hat, and you just stir them up. They have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return in full force in half a day, maybe less. The Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. Tell me as much as you know. How many bandits are there? And what do they want? What do they want? These bloodsuckers think they own this land. They come, take what they want, and steal the better part of our money. Every month as a toll for their leader. They even broke our gate so we couldn't try to hide anything from them. No one knows exactly how many there are. Sometimes only 5 or 6 come. Sometimes the whole gang. I have shown them what for a long ago. I'm sorry. I'd have shown them what for long ago, if not for Svetlana. They claim they were collecting taxes. Why? For the Stag Lord and his cronies, of course. That Stag Lord fancies himself a king in these parts. He may have antlers for a crown, but all the troublemakers around here are happy to follow his orders, as long as they're paid. So they charge an arm, and a leg as taxes, and they call their executions punishment for treason. and these who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. Even to those who never swore allegiance to the Stag Lord. They are killed fast if they are lucky. If not, Oleg looks at Svetlana. Dove, why don't you go start supper while we finish our talk? I've no need to be protected from dark talks. I'm not some blind kitten, you know. I've seen what they do to people. Svetlana lowers her head. Most of the gang is made up of simple bandits, but there are few monsters among the leadership, especially those close to the Stag Lord. Aukus and Dovan from Niersrosh come to mind. They like to make a show of their tortures and executions. My husband and I, we saw the bodies. And now we choose if we want to be good, neutral, or evil. You'll have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. Because I, Shaggy the Druid, and my dear companion Scooby-Doo are good and noble souls. Well, I appreciate your good intentions. I may not have the best manners, but Oleg Levanton is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If you manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide Svetlana. Please don't argue though. Now, we also need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for the battle. There are some pretty solid traps around. Some tar and a box of alchemist fire, looks like. Alchemist fire? We could put it by the gate. Light it off with a burning arrow when these bandits are nearby. But that could set the post on fire. Oleg shouts surprised. Well, maybe if we cover the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. I used to be pretty good with crossbow back in the day. Could you answer a few more questions for me? I'm afraid they'll come back while we're chatting away, but what's to be done? Oleg mumbles. Enough about the bandits for now. I saw someone run out of the trading post. Do you know who it was? That must have been Boken. He sells potions. He lives out in the forest like a hermit, but he comes here every day. He knows every tree and bush in the area and how they could help you. The Stag Lord's gang wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight these bandits, but he won't just walk away from us. He has a good heart, even if he grumbles a lot, especially recently. Let's get back to the possible attack. No. Tell me more about yourselves. Oleg shifts uncomfortably. Surely there are more important things to discuss. Well, alright. We're just honest people who came here from Restov. We fixed up the old fort to house travelers and give merchants a place to trade with the locals. We also deal with the occasional huntsman in the area. What does any of this matter? When these bandits come back, they'll either drain us dry or just kill us. Oleg, I'd like to see your goods. Don't know what good trading will serve if these bloodsuckers come back and take everything, but alright, have a look. Oh, look, the old guy came back. You're blessed. Yeah. So I want to sell you every weapon I don't need. Scimitar. I don't think anybody can. Yeah, this exotic weapon. Nobody can use this. Chain shirts, stuff like that. We don't need it. Oh, we can. I think we. Yeah, we can automatically. Okay, that solves a lot of problems. Oh, we're gonna also re-equip the Tartuccia's gift. Nunchucks. I'm gonna hold on to the rest for now. Yeah. And we should grab some other stuff. Ring of Protection for 2000. Damn. I don't have enough. Nah. Valerie has bonded mail, which is the best she can get. Oh no, I'm gonna cough. I'm gonna cough in the mic. I managed to turn it off before coughing right into it. Well, continuing on. I'm just looking what I can get for my people. Masterwork shortbow. A rapier. Long sword. Long spear. I could get the masterwork long spear to Shaggy. Or I couldn't. Damn. So much stuff he can't use. Masterwork scythe. We want Shaggy to be the agent of death. I kinda do. I kinda want to. It's a little better than our... Yeah, it's a little better than the spear. And I just kinda want it. Oh, so tempting. Oh. I mean, we can get half plate for Valerie instead. A lesser reach metamagic rod. No. I'm grabbing the scythe and selling my spear. Alright, Shaggy is now the Grim Reaper. We're now the Grim Reaper Shaggy. We're sticking to this studded leather. Tartuccia spread. Can I equip it on someone else? I don't remember. No. It's specifically for me from Tartuccia. And I can't put gear on the animal companion. Yeah, no, that's much better. Oh yeah, temporarily fatigued. Okay, we're going to search the outpost now to check if we can use something. Yeah, we have some steel traps in the box. Use traps to help catch the bandits. Now we have steel bird traps over here to deal with the bandits when they come back.
Leads on.
And we continue to search. I believe there was a barrel of oil somewhere in here. I do remember that. Yeah, there we go. Succeeded Lord Nature. Would you look at that? Plus 11. And we rolled up 3 and barely succeeded. Good thing Shaggy is a master nature expert. This seems to be tar. Spill tar near the trading post entrance to help slow down the bandits.
Forwards.
I'm of course also going to rob these very nice people and take everything they are worth. Heavy mace. I seem to remember we have the great axe. Just to quickly compare. Yeah, Amiri has a +1 large buster sword. No, she has much better weapon. She's like Guts from Berserk with her oversized weapon. Pretty sure oversized and enhancement info. Oversized damage is explicitly weapon is exceptionally large. God damn it, I cannot speak. And deals more damage, but attacks with it suffer a penalty of -2 to attack rolls. Attacks with this weapon get +1 bonus on both attack and damage rolls. So she deals more damage, but she has -1 constantly. Yeah, there's our Thor. And here's Bokken, the herbalist. A frail, disheveled old man wearing a staled and tattered robe gives you a gloomy look. I'm Bokken, local herbalist. What brings you here? Tell me about yourself. What's there to tell? I'm an herbalist. I make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries. Bokken sighs. You live in the forest, live off the land. Since leaving the rest of for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Olex and Svetlana's post. They let me in out of kindness. Helped me with things. They bring me water or firewood when it's cold, and the occasional barrel of honey. They are good people. We could use your help fighting the bandits. Oh, where is this coming from? You want an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight. And he gives us a potion of Cure Light Wounds. We have like 12 of these. The bandits here bother you as much as Svetlana and Oleg. Maybe more. Help us get rid of them for good. Succeeded. Thank you, Lindsay. Bokken scratches his head, then hums to himself and puffs his chest out. Well, alright. I'll show these troublemakers. They'll learn better than to chase an old man around. Someone might even write up some verses about me. Maybe even heroic ones. Lindsay gives you a worried glance, then turns to Bokken. Please, be careful. Go ahead and help, but leave the heroics to us. You hear? Okay, we'll talk later. I like that the bodies get moved to the side.
Without a doubt.
Shaggy getting lost on the way. The old vault has been renovated and cleaned. It even has a new roof. Okay, heavy crossbow. Yeah, I think we checked everything outside. Okay. And we're gonna need Amiri can take the longbow for a while, as well as Valerie can take the heavy crossbow. We're all gonna switch to range and only send Scoob on his way. I do not have range. So I'm kind of I can still prepare one more spell. Oh, God damn it. Verifier as more aspect of Falcon. Falcon's good. Sickness, Long Strider. Snowball. But I still need to rest to be able to use it. I think I'm gonna grab second summon actually. Oh, no, actually, I don't think I would do that. It's hard to decide what I want to do. I'm gonna grab the healing spell. Just to have it. I'm prepared for the attack. Get in your position and wait. Fear not, I'll stand between you and this scum. You're under my protection. Amiri flexes her shoulders. Finally, a fight was bored with all the talking. Well, these are the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I see you're not easily cowed. I beg you, be careful, and please, don't let Oleg do anything too risky. We'll see. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to go meet our guests. Yeah, that's a good start for the fight. We already got. There's last only two. Okay, Amiri, shoot him down. Yeah, he's half dead already. And he has bombs too. Okay, it's going much better than I initially imagined. Okay, Scoob is buffed up. Amiri will finish him off if he can hit him. And we're going to try to protect Oleg, so Scoob will go right there. Very good. When Scoob actually hits... Oh, Scooby-Doo has power attack. I didn't even realize. -1 on attacks, +2 on damage. If he hits like a truck. Yeah. Everybody gets buff.
Tear them apart!
Amiri kills another man. Boken almost kills Oleg.
Strike as one.
Shaggy takes another life. And Valerie shoots down this guy. Very good, at least she hit him. Yeah. So Scoob will do a charge. And we got them all. Okay, the preparations were a little much more OP than I expected. Oh, cloak. We're gonna get the bow. Another studded armor is useful to have. They are not worth much money. We can get the bows. The bows are worth some money, actually. But other than that, we don't need any of this. Okay, we're going to go back to Oleg. But before we do it, I'm gonna check the loot. We have the Cloak of Resistance. This cloak grants its wearer +1 resistance bonus on all saving throws. Bonuses of the same type don't stack. I think we're gonna give it to Valerie. She has good fortitude saves, but the rest is very weak. Yeah, we're gonna leave it on Valerie. Since she's our tank, we're going to want her to succeed on saves. And we're going to change back to her shield. I love that the shield covers her, like... She basically just hides. Like, I love this. We don't have a character, we have a wall. Yeah, Amiri back to the great sword. Lindsay was already with the crossbow. Another dog is buffed. Physical prowess. Like, from where did this came from? Oh. Very good. I think the dog deals... Yeah, the dog deals more damage than we do. And he has a better chance to hit. The only thing we have on the dog is more damage on crit. Yeah. That's the only thing we have over the dog. The dog also has more armor than we do. So Shaggy is once again outdone by Scooby-Doo. There. Oleg is breathing heavily, but he shakes his fists in the air menacingly. You rats! You rats got what you deserved. Now they'll know better than to treat honest people like cattle. And our Boken here fought them a thing or two as well. He also tried to cook Oleg during the fight. I will not be forgetting that. I saw you throw a bomb at him. Now, my lord, head on up to the guest rooms on the 2nd floor. You deserve some rest after such a battle. I need to clean things up. And this is for your efforts. Now, don't offend me by trying to turn it down. Just take it. And honest fight deserves an honest reward. If that were more common practice in this world, I think life would be much better. And we get 100 gold. Very good. I already spent 400 gold in your store, Oleg. You could have just given me this back, but alright.
Forwards.
I wouldn't call this an honest reward. We're also going to steal your crap. Yeah, What do you think of that? I'm glad it's all over. Even if there was a fight, we'll talk tomorrow. We'll talk tomorrow once I finish working. Alright, and we're going upstairs to rest. While also continuing to rob people. Statue. Scroll of Bane. That's gonna be good. Who did it? Tiger. Cut feral instincts provide plus some moral bonus on perception and lower nature checks. We know exactly who gets this. I am not reading all that. Yeah, and we're getting a cat because the cat gives us the bonus to lore nature. Yay! Got a cat. Then Lindsay will get some... No, she won't. Because she already has enough in her inventory. Yeah. Scroll of Raise Dead. That's good to have. Potion of Vanish. Yeah. Potion of Bark Skin. We're gonna leave that here. And yeah, we're going to make sure the spell books are updated. Only Shaggy needs to get the checking done. I think I'm gonna grab the Magic Fang to just give Scooby more attack bonus. Yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I'm no freaking healer. Yeah, Magic Fang gives all natural weapons or unarmed strikes of the subjects a +1 enhancement bonus on attack and damage rolls. So basically Scooby will be getting much stronger bites. And he'll be hitting more often. And now as we go to sleep, I'm just going to tell you that Shaggy is going a specific for a specific ending and a specific romance route. And I think being a druid will fit the route that I am going on. You wake up from... Oh, I need to be ready for this. That's a big thing. Actually, I'm going to be hiding over here. A little bit. Just so you can see the portraits and everything. You wake up from a nasty dream that tortured you almost all night long. In it, you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounded you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out of the window, and you find out that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Hear me. Please.
The half-transparent outline of a beautiful nymph appears before you. Even in this ghostly form, it's clear that she's exhausted. Her shoulders are slouched, and her large blue eyes burn within her pale face. Her voice is barely more than a whisper, and she reaches towards you. It seems that only you can see or hear the nymph. Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I the guardian of this area. The defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
I'm glad my adventures begin with such a beautiful sight.
Beauty is so tender. It can so easily be crushed under the blows of cruel fate. But you can save it from being undone.
What do you want from me?
Aid, salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon, even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog.
Yes, it hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. My powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
All right, I understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
The nymph's whisper fades as she disappears. Yeah, so this sets up our whole romance quest and route, and we're going to be trying to get an ending with a romance with her. Yes, Shaggy, the druid, is a tree fucker, and he will jork it to the extra curvy piece of wood. Now let's continue. Sorry for the short pause. I had to make sure I didn't accidentally start toggling my stuff. Because this little avatar has a few toggles. Like, I already showed the sad. Me sad now. But me happy, actually. And I also have a couple of other things, but I'm gonna be using it some other times. I kinda don't wanna show it. Yeah. Here we have Anoriel 8 Eyes, and she will be the person that can respec our characters.
Our time has come.
we're going to talk to Lindsay first. Warning to everybody watching, there's going to be a lot of dialogue, not much of voice acting, so I'm going to be just going through text and reading stuff and stuff like that. So if you're watching the VOD, which you are, because nobody's live here, I can see the chat, I can see the number of viewers, it's 0. It's gonna be 0 for the next few years. But yeah, let's go start the dialogue and talk to people around. We're basically going to, yeah, as I said, we're going to chat with everybody in our team, and then we'll resupply, prepare, and head out into the world. A halfling girl with tousled hair, wearing a dusty traveler's outfit, sits chewing the tip of her quill. Just a moment. How should I put this? Oh, I know. She scribbles something quickly in a notebook, scrawled with a verse, raises her eyes and gives you a bright smile. Oh, hi! Tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Where are you from? I'm from all over. Haha. Actually, born in Gold. In such a tiny village that's not even on the maps. If it weren't for my teacher, I'd still be living there. Milking goats, weeding turnips, swilling homebrew, having babies, and using books only as kindling. Gold. A nation of free thinkers and radicals renowned for brilliant poets, artists, and philosophers, whose ideas shaped the politics of the whole of Avestan. Galt was once a vassal nation of Chiliacs, another after the death of Arden and the rise of the house Turin and Chiliacs. The people of Gold decided to throw off their foreign rulers along with their own nobles who had cooled with them. The executions did not end the bloodshed, and within 5 years, the severed heads of the ministers of the first government rolled down the steps of the guillotine. In the 40 years since, over a dozen governments have ruled Gold, rising and falling like the waves of a stormy sea. Okay. So Aradan used to be a man, became a god, and then died. At least that's what everybody believes, that he died because he disappeared. Most likely died. Yeah, and Chiliacs is like a... Imagine like Britain, but more evil. I guess that would be kind of accurate. Very militaristic, I guess. Like, yeah. I can't really describe it too well. But they do have cool knights and dark spiky armor called Hell Knights, who summon devils, fight demons, and make pacts with the devils. And they overall, like, you know, do the whole the discipline of the hells and stuff like that. Like very evil knights, but they have people from all over the place, from who believe in different stuff and things like that. I think they have their own religion, known as the Godclaw, something like that. Been a while since I also played Wrath of the Righteous as well, so I might be like spitting out the wrong info right now. but basically a religion where they worship a lawful god, which are good, neutral, and evil. And the evil gods are like the gods of the hell. But yeah, they have like mixed religion and stuff. Oh, we were talking about gold, right? Yeah, guillotines, stuff like that. Okay. Back to Lindsay. Who was your teacher? He's a true saint. He was once an important person in the capital, at the Church of Shaylin. Art. But he got in trouble with the authorities and went on a self-imposed exile. To the tiniest, most godforsaken, priestless village he could find. The one where I was born. He wanted to open a school, but the villagers wouldn't let him. You can heal us all you like, but no putting any ideas in our children's heads. It will only distract them from their work. But he did teach me on the sly. He taught me how to read, how to write, and he gave me books, poems, legends. He was the one who told me about the Archknights of Avestan. And when I told him I was going on a journey, he gave me a magic ring so that Shaylin would protect me from harm. I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen him since I ran away from home. I hope he's alright. I ask Shaylin every day to grant him a long life and new students. Archknights of Avestan? Who are they? Oh, you haven't heard of them? How can you be a hero without knowing one of the most epic stories in the whole of in the history of stories? No, I won't spoil anything. You should just read about them yourself. Every single chapter. Their adventures are what gave me the idea of going on a heroic quest and writing about it to begin with. And now look at me. Here I am on a heroic quest. How did you become a bard? When I realized there was nothing for me at home besides more radish patches, I decided to run away. A traveling book peddler, Tsil the Quill, happened across our village. Well, I stuck to her like a burr and wouldn't let go until she agreed to take me as an apprentice. Together we traveled everywhere, to Brevoy, to Taldor, and even Ustlav. And then I found out about the Academy of Grand Arts in Pitax, and I thought, well, I love reading stories, so I can surely learn how to write them too. I enrolled on my first try, and they even gave me a scholarship. Then they expelled me, but that's okay. They'd already taught me all the important stuff, and now, with Shaylin's help, I can manage on my own. Do you worship Shaylin? I don't know what would give me the idea that you do. Yes, not to offend the other gods, but she is the most important of them all. All the other gods guard the world as this, but only the eternal Rose, the goddess of beauty, calls us to the world as it should be. Why are your clothes so messy? Lindsay waves her hand carelessly. Forget it. I can't waste money on looks. I'd rather buy books instead. In 100 years, when people are reading my works, they aren't going to ask whether the author had holes in her shoes, in her sleeves. Let me ask you about something else. Of course, please ask. I'd be happy to chat all day. Oh, here we go. You come from Ptax, right? Tell me about it. Oh, I love Ptax. Even though they kicked me out, a joyful place. What is life in Ptax like? Actually, Ptax has always been one huge nest of thieves. Bandits, river pirates, smugglers, fences, card sharps. It's always been home for the likes of them. but that was before Irovetti became king. With him, a whole different life began there. Irovetti had wanted to make history, but not as another bandit with a crown, though that's exactly what he is. He wanted to be glorified through the centuries as a great person of the arts. So he built the Academy of Grand Arts and spent a lot of gold to assemble the best artists, poets and musicians. Of course, the very best ones refused to go, but he got what he wanted in a way. If Pitax was once just a booze barn for thieves, now it's a cabaret. Well, what do you know about King Irovetti? He won his crown in a game of cards, which says as much about Pitax as it does about him. He's a fiendish clever. He's fiendishly clever. Some cheats I know told me that from the moment he appeared, he started to pulling off such schemes that the old city master just scratched their head. With him in charge, gold flooded into Pitax, and also he's incredibly, unimaginably, fantastically descendant and conceited. Getting drunk with whores at a pub, that's not Lord Irovetti's style, oh no. He aims higher, dressing up like a male Calistria with a golden codpiece, and holding a 3-week orgy with dancing on the rooftops, parades, public executions, and a contest for the best ode to the great unrivaled king. That's more like it. Calistria is also known as the Sovereign Sting, goddess of lust and revenge. That's the goddess the little shit Tartuccio was worshipping. He also likes singing. And he orders his guards to make the civilians gather for his shows. May Shailen have mercy on his listeners. Tell me about the academy you studied at. You know, jokes aside, I'm thankful to Irovetti for building it, but he has no taste. At all! Whatsoever. He likes his art loud, bright and grandiose, and most importantly, glorifying his Royal Highness. He kicked out the best charcoal artist because he didn't wish to spend money on grey scribbles. He sacked a masterful flute player from Tianxia for playing too quietly, and instead ordered them to open a kettle drum class. He even ordered the academy to expel me, and for what? An innocent limerick. Would you like to go back to the I want to ask about the limerick she has. If it's anything like a Lambert Tihuyu, I would be greatly entertained by it. Would you like to go back to the academy and finish your studies? I'd like to return, but on one condition. If they threw out 3/4 of the professor who teach there now, and return all the ones they banished, if you ask me, I'm proud to have been expelled. If my art was to Irovetti's liking, then I would have reason to be ashamed. As long as mediocre Peters sit at the academy, and those with the real talent back on the streets of Pitax, I will not cross the threshold of that place. Let me ask you about something else. Of course, please ask. I'd be happy to chat all day. Oh, leg cramp. Oh. Oh no, leg cramp. Oh, the streamer is dying. The streamer is dying live on stream. Ah. Okay, it's better. It's better. Oh, I had to move the leg. I'm alive. Don't worry. I'm going to be fine. I think. I hope. Anyway, continuing on. Tell me about the book you're writing. What is there to tell? You've seen some of my rough drafts already, haven't you? It's a book about you and your adventures. I am writing the whole truth, just as it happened. Well, the whole artistic truth. You know, no glory, no story. Why are you writing it? What's the point? When I was at the academy, Eobold, the insightful, began his literal course with the question, what is a person? And he answered, a person is a storytelling animal. Our world does not consist of things. All these woods, seas, and cities, it consists of stories about these things. These stories we tell to ourselves and to each other. Just think about it. Centuries will pass and there will be no me and no you. All your subjects will be long gone, but you and I will live on in people's memories and influence their deeds. Thanks to this very book. No offense, but your command of language is not that good. The truth doesn't hurt me. What do you think my most severe... Who do you think my most severe critic is? That's right, it's me. This is my first real book and I have much to learn. But don't you worry, I will do your feats justice, and if I put my foot in my mouth here and there, then we can print a second edition. Revised and corrected. Your book is full of inconsistencies. Well, yes, I can admit that sometimes one has to bend a few details for the sake of dramatic effect. It's called poetic truth. I write about everything as if I saw it with my own eyes, even part of the adventure that I wasn't around for. But I do always carefully question everyone who was with you at the time. Think of it as of a general picture. In the end, you're the hero of the book, and I am just the storyteller. So what kind of character am I? Truth be told, I was a little afraid of meeting a real hero. In books, they are all protectors of the weak and poor, but what about in real life? But you eased all my fears with 2 shakes of a tail. You're a true hero who, just like in the legends, my new fear is that in 100 years my readers will say that people like you never existed. But I'm writing the truth. Sometimes you follow the rules and sometimes you make up your own. Your actions are hard to predict. It's what makes you so interesting to read about. How do you feel about me reading your works in progress? Well, these are only drafts, but of course, you're welcome to read them. Just keep in mind that even if you don't like what I write about, I won't change a single letter, so don't even ask. And now we have a choice. As long as you write the truth, I have no objections. Write whatever you wish. I doubt you could defame me, or for that matter, overpraise. Write whatever you wish, it's your right, but I shall decide if your book is allowed on my land. I'll be remembered for my deeds and not for your book. I have no interest in censorship. Any stories about me are welcome as long as you're interested. I'd rather have a say in how my biography turns out. Of course, you can write whatever you want, but you know what happens to writers who displease the rulers. Yeah. So I think we're gonna go chaotic good. Write whatever you wish. I doubt you could defame me, or for that matter, overpraise. Thank you for your trust. I will not set out to please you, of course, but I still hope that you like my book as much as my other readers. Tell me about your friendship with the Seal the Quill. Was there to say? The books woke my urge to travel, but it was only thanks to the seal that I managed to really get out of my village. At first, Seal tried in vain to get rid of me, but later, when I told her I was staying in Ptax, she even shed a tear. I wonder where she is now. What's the deal with the ring you always wear on your finger? Ah, this! It was a gift to Lindsay holds out her arm for you to get a clearer view of the ring. It was a gift to me from my first teacher. It's magical, imbued by the power of Shaylin, no less. When I get myself in trouble, it transports me to a safe spot. So please don't be angry with me if I suddenly disappear from a fight. I'll wait for you here, promise. I have to go. Just don't leave without me, of course. I can just write whatever you tell me, but if I wanted to stay cooped up in a dusty room, I'd still be sleeping through lectures in the academy. Okay. Treat affliction, okay. I thought this was like a healing spell for some reason in this tab. Honorial 8 Eyes. The elf looks straight at you, through the tangled hair falling over her face. Hey, you're an adventurer, right? Seeking your fortune in the stolen lands? You aren't the only one of your kind here. Take my advice. Keep your eyes open and watch your back. Sometimes, the ones who call themselves your friends are more dangerous than your enemies. Judging by the elf's voice, it's obvious that she started the day with a jug of wine. Who are you? The elf grunts. Honorial 8 Eyes. Once upon a time I was famous throughout Absalom. Honorial 8 Eyes of the Reckless Six. Well, glory passes quickly. A few miserable decades later and no one recognizes me. No one recognizes me on the streets anymore. What a shame. Oh, what are you doing here? I sit here waiting for adventurers who are in need of help. We may be sitting here in a backwoods tavern, but in Absalom, I have a lot of friends who are eager to make a few coins. They have brave hearts, but shallow pockets. A little gold would be a welcome change for them. I can send them a message and they will come from Absalom through a portal. If you're interested, just give me a sign and we'll arrange everything right away. Also, I can summon the tutors from the Pathfinder Society, who can retrain and you and your companions. They are quite willing to do this for free, for the first 3 times you request their services. After that, the price for retraining will gradually increase. Such is their way of doing business with all new clients. Yeah, so we can recruit mercenaries to our team to get basically some NPC fighters. And we can also get the retrain our characters, reset back to level 1 and re-level up. I was using the word I wanted to use earlier, right at the start of the stream, but I already forgot what's it called to remake the character. It's going to drive me insane. Huh. Re... Respect the characters, yeah. This option gives us the chance to respect the characters. Why are you called Eight Eyes? Once long ago, I could spot an enemy and pin him to the wall before he could even think of attacking. Some said I had 8 eyes and looked all around at once, though it seemed I outlived my nickname. Honoriel scratches her arm forward. Her palm trembles noticeably. I've been drinking so much lately, it's best I don't test my skills too often. Where were you when the trading post was attacked? I was hunting, got a little lost in the mist, which is the first time that's happened to me. I guess that I should go easier on the drink, but don't you imagine I'd be scared of a good fight? If only I'd know I was missing all the action, but I see you've got everything under control. Would you like to join me? No. I've got enough things to do already. You're better managed on your own. A famous Pathfinder here in the middle of nowhere. Why? You want to know how one could exchange the life of a Pathfinder for this sorry drunken wrathful? The light in Honoriel's eyes goes out as if someone had blown out a candle. You lose all your friends because of one scumbag, and then you'll understand. I was the only one to return from the final campaign of the Reckless Six, and whatever is left of me can't be called a seeker anymore. Honoriel remains silent for a long time, as if wondering if she wishes to poke the old wound. Here's the story. Our leader, Vermlet, was the best of us. Wise, brave, friends with everyone. One of those friends. Advion, Adrecent, sent him a disturbing letter. He'd stumble upon mention of some ancient book on the art of necromancy. Secrets like those that are best left hidden forever. Trust me, I've seen what that kind of magic can do. The elf bites her lip. To make a long story short, these volumes were supposedly hidden in the catacombs of Glowspire. We decided that the book should be retrieved and kept safe by the society. We gathered in a tavern, discussed the expedition, then proceeded to Uslav. It was a normal mission, a quick and quiet recovery. Honoriel smiles bitterly. But everything turned out to be much more complicated. We barely made it through the Witchgate Forest. All those horrible living trees, undead druids and their arches of bone. It was a miracle we managed to make it out alive. We'd chosen Ring Church to stop at. It was marked on Vermland's map as a safe enough haven to hole up in and lick our wounds. How I wish that had been true. Vermlet was the first to perish. He was attacked by one of the monsters hiding in the stables. It tossed him about like a feather and threw him down an ancient well. His shout echoed for a long time, and I didn't hear the sound of him landing. And then Honoriel pauses and turns away, hiding her eyes. Enough. I shouldn't have gotten into this. Who am I to stir up others' feelings with all my chatter? We'd better forget about it now. Maybe I'll tell you more some other time, but not today. I want to know more about Pathfinder Society. Exactly what I'm interested in. What is the purpose of this society? It's a school of adventurers. We search for those who are eager to test their skills, and we educate them and give them ideas about where on Glorion they might seek their fortune. They look for forgotten knowledge, secrets, and lost artifacts. They are explorers and pathfinders. We are sort of mutual assistance club for adventure lovers. We exchange experience, share knowledge, and keep careful records in case it proves useful to future expeditions. And also, we publish books for thrill seekers and bored urban teenagers from wealthy families. What kind of members does the society have? All sorts of adventurers. We have representatives from all races, religions, and beliefs. The Grand Lodge is in Absalom, but there are many smaller lodges throughout Glorion. And the venture captains direct pathfinders to their goals from across all the corners of the world. There are many renowned heroes in the society, and many scoundrels as well, whose services to the society have brought them fame. Who does the society support? You mean who does it serve? No one in particular. Pathfinders try not to get involved in the quarrels of others. They serve only the spirit of adventure, and sometimes they happen to save the world. However, that doesn't mean there are no black sheep among the seekers. We'll talk about this later. Regarding your story, let's talk later. I don't want to get too much into this. Good day. I hope you're feeling all right after that battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely don't want to waste your time. But if you have a moment, I have a request. What did you want to ask me? Svetlana lowers her head. This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I'll completely understand if you say no, but the first time the Staglord thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring. Just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket really, but it means a lot. It meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, the ring in hand, to ask me if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing that I'd misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid and everyone around would laugh. Svetlana interrupts herself, shaking her head gently. If you happen to find my ring among the bandits' possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize. My name is engraved inside the band. Svetlana drops her eyes, lowering her voice. There is one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. In fact, she can be extremely dangerous and cruel. But please, I beg you, show her mercy, if you have the chance. I'm pretty sure the woman she is referring to is the same woman that was here at the beginning and went invisible. I'd be happy to help you, Svetlana. Svetlana nods. I'm so grateful for your help. Tell me about yourself. How did you and your husband find the courage to establish a trading post in the Stolen Lands? It was Oleg's idea. I thought I supported him. It was Oleg's idea, though I supported him in it. We didn't realize how dangerous it was here. Of course, in Restov, everyone respects the Sword Lords, and everyone accustomed to relying on them. Even the mention of someone like Lady Jamadi could be enough to fend off a street thug or some other trouble. It could maybe even work in some places here, but not with the Staglord's men. What can you tell me about the Staglord? He's not just some average bandit. If no one puts a stop to him, he'll turn the stolen lands into his personal kingdom, a kingdom of fear and oppression. Well, since Shaggy is a great dashing hero who was a traveling, folk hero with his previous gang, he would probably go the chaotic good option. I like adventures, but I definitely prefer the ones that involve stopping villains and helping people. I can't thank you enough for the hope you've given me, but please be careful. The Stag Lord is extremely dangerous. I have to go. Farewell. Okay. Oleg. Greetings. Oleg seems to be in a good mood. And greets you warmly. You certainly ruffled these villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. Have you seen the fog? Never seen anything like it before. And the road rest of looks like someone spilled milk and it just hung in the air. I couldn't see anything through the soup, not even with a torch. It feels like witchcraft to me. I'd bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumors say he deals with all kinds of bad magic. Oh my god. Ugh, I've been talking so much. I need water. Water. The only thing I have on hand is carbonated. So I might just start burping on stream for your listening pleasure. Yum 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 yum. That's some good water. Good water. Tell me about yourself. Why open a trading post in such a dangerous place? I just dislike the noise. Oleg answers reluctantly. I'm from Restov. Cities are complicated. Lots of people and each with their place on the shelf. Bow before this one, fear this one, don't do business with a third, but be sure to be extra nice to the fourth. And villagers are a little better. Everyone likes to stick their noses into each other's business. I just wanted a place where I could be my own master, and so I ended up here. Tell me about the Stag Lord's gang and the other bandits operating in the area. The other gangs, if they are still here, try their best to keep a low profile. As for the Stag Lord's men, well, the most notable of them are his 3 lieutenants. The oldest one name is Akiros. He's from somewhere around Taldor. He's fierce in a fight, but from what I hear, he isn't cruel by nature. The other 2 are Dovan and Aux. They are usually seen together. Aux is a mountain of a man with the mind of a 5-year-old, albeit a mean and bloodthirsty one. He's quite the fan of torture and bloody executions. Dovan, though, that one's a snake in a man's body. I hope to never meet him in the flesh. The rumors about him are more than enough for me. I need to take care of this Stag Lord. Do you know of anything that could help me find him? That's quite a task you've set yourself on. The Stag Lord has a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. The location of the fortress is a heavily guarded secret, and with this fog hanging around, I'd imagine it would be even harder to find. I suppose you could try to find the trail of those bandits who attacked the post before. They came from the southwest, from the side of the Torn River. The fortress might be there, or at least some large camp of theirs where you can find information. What else can you tell me about the Stanglord? Not much. Not like I've sat down and shared a cup of wine with the man, you know. But I think he arrived in the Stolen Lands less than a year ago, from what I've heard. But soon as he got here, he took over everything. I wrote to Restov, tried to warn them that the Staglord wasn't some typical gang leader, but they didn't listen. The rumors about him are horrible. He'll kill a person if they so much as disagree with him. He never reveals his face. Those who have seen him up close report that same thing. Ugly scars cover every inch of his skin, not covered by his clothes. The Staglord's past is a mystery. He just arrived one day. He was immediately a power to be reckoned with. I guess the most surprising thing about him is that he has as many followers who admire him as he has minions who obey him out of fear. He got some inner strength in him, or maybe an inner madness. There are some who seem to follow him because of that madness, like it was some kind of virtue. Show me your words again, Oleg. Yeah, I'm gonna sell some stuff to him. Yeah, the bows are going for a lot of money. I'm gonna leave one for myself. And yeah, we don't need the extra maces. The longsword. We don't need the longsword. We don't need the light mace. Scimitar. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep this because I might use it. We don't need the armor. We can keep this and we can keep this. And yeah, I think that's that for now. We're gonna save up the buckler. That's a 500. We have about 8,000 or something gold. And I don't think we're gonna be want to. I kind of want the half plate. I also kind of want the full plate. I can sell this. Will still be a bit short. Okay, we just need a little more money. How much are these worth? I mean, we can spare a few. Okay. And now we can afford a full plate. Very good. Covers a bit of the costs. Yeah, and now Valerie has full plate armor. 26 AC, so she's basically untouchable for the little bandits. At least the regular guys. He has nice big bastard sword. Crossbow to spare, and the very large shield.
We march ahead.
Boken. Boken puts his hands on his hips. Ha! Old Boken still Old Buchan still knows a few tricks to impress these blood-sucking dummies. Enough hiding in the damn bushes, I say. Just a little reminder, he threw a bomb at Oleg. And I will remind of this every time I see him. Can I help you in any way? Buchan glances at you, suddenly interested. Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. I used to pick berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. The berries are red, look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I call them. I'd be real grateful if you gathered a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick if you do. They spoil quickly. These spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemist fire. Created myself. Burn these spiders to a crisp. That will teach them for taking over my Fangberry cave. I also need a bucket of moon radishes. They are rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I do know that kobolds gather them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'd do it myself if I were younger, but if you're willing, I'd pay you. 3 points for the berries, 3 potions for the berries, and a purse full of coins for the radishes. What do you need the fangberries and the moon radishes, Buchan? You want to know, huh? Well, I'll gladly tell you after you bring some to me. Alright, I'll try to help. Just watch out, alright? Don't end up someone's lunch. Show me what you have. Wand of Mage Armor, Wand of Snowball. Not a lot. Potion of Blur is good, but we spend a lot of money on armor. But we can grab 1 extra alchemist fire. We have 8. Let's see. Very good, Amiri is here. What, Papa? Well, the stream's been going a little while. How long, actually? I think more than 2 hours by now. I want to finish all the dialogue, and I think we're gonna end stream. And the next stream, I'm going to set out into the world. We're gonna talk. Amiri utters a weary sigh. Alright, spill it. I'm listening. We're just talking. You don't like it? Amiri shrugs several times, perhaps flexing her muscles, or maybe just filling in the silence. Don't know, she admits at last. Depends what you're talking about. If it's about monsters, or swords, or scars, I approve, that's good. And if you're gonna ask questions like why, and what for, and how, screw this. Amiri looks you over slowly, head to toe. Or you got even harder ones. Tell me about yourself. The simple question seems to puzzle Amiri. She scratches her head, then starts counting on her fingers. First, I'm a barbarian. I'm strong. I grew up in the realm of the Mammoth Lords. I left my tribes, the Six Bears. Amiri looks thoughtfully at her fur beneath fingers and shrugs. Amiri looks thoughtfully at her 4 fingers and shrugs. And I like fights, she concludes, bending her thumb. The 4 bent fingers and shrugs. And I like fights, she concludes, bending her thumb. I am just dumb. I am sorry. I also have dyslexia. so I am not very good at reading, which whoever watched this and listened to me talk will for sure understand and like conclude on his own. What's it like to be a barbarian in the Six Bears tribe? Ha! Our people are big and strong. We can cut a monster in half with one swing. We can walk 3 days and nights with no rest. We can eat a whole fried Aurcus. I guess you had to do a lot of training to become as strong as you are. Training? Haha! No one freaking trained me. The boys of the Six Bears got the training. All I could do was watch. Amiri's eyes gleam with anger. And you know what? They were still crap even after all that training, because I kicked their butts hard. Amiri, animals, bandits, monsters, although they were stronger than me, idiots. Amiri spits on the ground. Because if you start a fight, you think you can win, you think you're stronger than your enemy. Amiri raises her chin proudly. I defeated them all. See all the scars on my face? What does the realm of the Mammoth Lords look like? Huge and freezing. No place for weaklings. Amiri narrows her eyes as if evaluating her abilities to survive her homeland. Tribes hunt Arcaus herds to survive? How do you read that? Araucus are fast, so tribe follows herd for days, just to not die of hunger. If you are weak, you stay behind and die in the snow. Tribe cannot help. Also, there are giants and mammoths. Sometimes demons come too. And the mastodons and the saber-toothed tigers. Amir grins. You would survive, I think, for a few days. Ha! Why did you leave your tribe? Amiri flashes. Because they were assholes, all of them. Men were cowards and scoundrels, and women were scared like sheep. Amiri rolls her bloodshot eyes in fury. Men there think no girl can be a fighter, because they are weak. They are afraid a woman can beat them. And female just not. Go so high, cook meat, watch kids. That's what they always say. But I'm a warrior, damn it. I won't cook hides and watch meat. Amiri is already shouting, her fist clenched tightly. I told them so. I went hunting with men. And what did I get? Still the same. You are a woman. You stay home. Even gave me a nickname. The Soft Chieftain. Like a warrior woman was a funny joke. Damn, I even went to hunt these shit-faced frost giants. And there, Miri suddenly stops, breathing heavily, sweat beading on her forehead. After a moment, Amiri waves her hand awkwardly and forces herself to grin. So I left. Cowards, scoundrels, and sissies they were. That's why. You're quite a good fighter. Amiri jerks her head up. Quite good, huh? Compared to who? If I was a crappy male, I'd fight better? Is that what you say? She glares at you, her eyes narrow. Or you say I could be better. Like, go get some training, Amiri, right? You are a very good you are very good in a fight. You're an excellent warrior. I've just given you a compliment, that's all. For several more seconds, Amiri continues to glare at your face with suspicion. Then, all of a sudden, she mellows. True, I fight good. That's what I do best. Thanks for talking to me. Let's talk about something else. Why not? So why did you leave your tribe? And what's the story about the frost giants? I told you already. They were assholes. They treat women like sheep and not fighters. As for giants, I'll tell you later, someday, maybe. That's a formidable sword, but it's not just a simple weapon, is it? You bet it's not simple. Check out how big it is. She proudly raises the blade, and you notice that even though Amiri is extremely strong, she still has difficulty wielding such a large sword. This sword belonged to a real blasted frost giant. I killed the beast and took his took this looker for myself. Fits me perfectly. My damned trophy. Amiri's eyes flash with menace as if she's challenging some invisible enemy to try taking away her trophy. Okay. Thank you for talking to me. Let's speak again later. Talking. When will we do some monster killing instead? Amiri sighs and turns away. Okay. And Valerie. Greetings, Valerie sighs. Everything is well, I hope. I'm ready for new orders. Tell me about yourself. What exactly would you like to know? I was born to a noble family, though I didn't remain long on the family estate. My father sent me to the Order of the Eternal Rose, but I left once I realized that it didn't match my principles. Where are you from? What was your childhood like? I was born in Brevoy, but in fact I've never seen much of the country. I spent my childhood on a remote estate owned by my noble family. My father is a respectable philanthropist and benefactor of the Church of Shaylin. He's also a renowned private collector and a great admirer of the arts. My mother saw my education personally. From my early years, I learned good manners, how to behave at the dinner table, and the proper form of words for every occasion. I also learned the difference between true nobles and low-born upstarts, and I learned how to treat each of them properly. Our home was always under the protection of several paladins of Shaylin. My father has donated a handsome sum to their order. One of them, a man of a venerable age with a grey beard, once let me touch his shining armor. I still remember the admiration I felt when I touched the cold, polished steel. Valerie smiles. Of all the memories of my childhood, this one is somehow the warmest one. Why were you sent to the Paladin Order of the Eternal Rose? As you can imagine, from my first day I was surrounded by crowds of servants and nannies who never stopped praising my heavenly beauty. The paladins of Shaylin who used to visit our homes echoed these praises. In the end, general consensus overwhelmed my father better judgment. When I turned 6, I was brought to the Church of Shaylin and told that this would be my new home. Don't pity me though, I beg of you. Many who hear the story immediately assume that my parents were cruel and had no love for their child. Valerie's eyes become stern. My parents had respect for me. They thought me something that has supported me all of my life, a sense of self-esteem. Besides, they didn't abandon me. Once every 6 months they would come and visit me at the Order of the Eternal Rose. We had some tea, then had an hour to walk around the garden, then they would take their leave, as etiquette demanded. What did they teach you in the Order? Oh, damn it. What did they teach you in the Order? A variety of things. Some of them appealed to me, others I simply couldn't accept. I enjoyed the physical activities and the swordsmanship, but the arts, calligraphy, painting, poetry, and so many other ways to waste one's time. Valerie sighs. I guess that deep in my heart I always knew I'd never be a true paladin of Shaylin. Wielding a sword always felt more natural to me than handling a paintbrush. Why did you leave the order? Because of my heavenly beauty. Valerie winces in contempt. According to Shaylin's laws, all art is sacred, whatever form it takes. Severe punishment awaits those who dare harm a painting, sculpture, or poem, no matter how worthless the drivel might be. My looks always attracted unwanted attention from pilgrims and acolytes at the temple. I received my first poem dedicated to me when I was 9. The author was some wealthy geezer. Valerie's lips thin in contempt. And that was only the beginning. Sculptors, pictures, poems, I was drawing in them. My admirers mobbed me, and I had to respectfully accept all their garbage. The clerics of the temple were magnanimous, for my suitors made generous offerings to the church. But one time I just snapped. Barely suppressed anger glitters across Valerie's eyes. Some wealthy idiot has dedicated an extremely untalented poem to me, and he had the nerve to read it right to my face, holding my sleeve. The hour was late, and I was on my way to get some rest after a boring lesson on rhymes. I lost control and tore the poem apart right in front of him. Valerie raises her head proudly. The paladins wanted to impose some punishment upon me. I don't remember which one exactly. They wanted me to repent. Instead, I just gathered my things and left. What did you do after you left the order? I set off to Restov. Valerie shrugs. I wanted to get as far away as possible from Shaylin and the destiny everyone seemed so ready to force upon me. Besides, the School of Swordsmanship in Restov has quite a decent reputation. Honestly, I was hoping for an opportunity to learn from the famous Aldori masters. Eventually, it became clear that their technique wasn't a good fit for me. They teach to avoid impact, whereas I prefer to raise my shield. But my abilities and skills, which I'd learned at the Order of the Eternal Rose, were enough to make the Sword Lords take an interest in me. They offered me a chance to join the mercenaries who served the Sword Lords, and I accepted. Let's change the subject. Tell me about the way of Shaylin and about her paladins. Shaylin is a goddess of love, beauty, and art. Her paladins are something like armored artists. That's how they like to think of themselves, at least. Valerie tries to contain her feelings, but her inner contempt bursts forth. They are fanatical defenders of worthless, inartistic paintings and meaningless opuses. If you care to know my opinion... You speak of Shaylin with such contempt. What did the goddess of beauty do to earn your anger? She's been trying to ruin my life. Valerie snorts. Shaylin, the goddess of everything useless that ever existed in this life. All the beauty in the world, all the art, all the soulful sighs in the moonlight, they'll never feed a single family. and I beg you to restrain yourself from offering your own opinion. Trust me, I've heard everything you can tell me. More than once. Nothing and nobody can change my mind. Valerie looks at you with suspicion. As for Shaylin, she's the goddess of idlers. I almost joined her preposterous entourage. I'm just glad I was smart enough to denounce her while I could. What do paladins of Shaylin usually do? They wander around seeking the next pile of garbage. And when they find it, they call it an important piece of art and admire it until they are blue in the face. You might not believe this, but the paladins of Shaylin aren't allowed to slay their enemies if they beg for mercy. Can you guess why? Because a bandit, rapist, or murderer who has been put on to the sword will never be able to create something beautiful in the future. So a paladin overpowers her enemy in battle, then inspires him to create a masterpiece. Valerie's face reflects extreme disgust. It might sound hilarious if it weren't true. Plus all of Shaylin's followers are obligated to practice some sort of art in his or her free time. Every single day, no matter what else is going on. Even if you're feeling sick or hungry, or sleepy. Otherwise, according to their clerics, you lose your connection with your goddess. Preposterous notion, wouldn't you agree? I understand that not every piece of art is good, or even decent, but surely there must be at least a few great works among them. Is that what you think? Valerie curves an eyebrow, mocking amazement. Many shared that delusion. I was deluded too, for a while. Now I consider all works of art useless. People create this garbage because they have nothing better to do. The peasant doesn't paint a picture. He plows the earth to feed his family. The soldier has no time for sculpture. He must defend his homeland. But idlers and slackers have plenty of times to waste, so they smear canvases and paint and imagine they've done something worthy and valuable. Valerie shakes her head in disapproval. You said every paladin has to practice some kind of art. What kind of art did you pursue? That I used to embroider. And I still do from time to time. A treacherous blush covers Valerie's cheeks. It's nothing, I assure you, just a simple task to keep my hands busy and keep the gloomy thoughts at bay. Nothing special. Let's talk about something else. So you're an atheist, you don't worship any deity? Right, I need no guidance from above. I have my own good conscience and my leader's orders to live by. You know, you don't have to follow etiquette and maintain good manners while speaking with me, if you don't want to. I'm aware of that, but I'm sure you understand that I am what I am. That's how I was brought up, first by my parents and by my mentors in the order. Besides, I was born to a noble family. Valerie raises her chin proudly. So I rather enjoy the idea that my manner of speech differs a bit from the common language of the peasantry. You just can't imagine how many social climbers have bowed politely the moment I opened my mouth. You are eager to follow my orders. Why? What do you mean, why? Valerie looks at you in bewilderment. I follow your orders. I've joined your campaign because I have faith in you. I believe your intentions to be noble, though things may not always turn out as you've planned. You are my commander, your orders are law. It's my duty to follow them. Valerie hesitates for a moment. Well, so long as you don't order me to do something that's absolutely dishonorable. But that would never happen, I hope. Thank you for the conversation. Talk to you later. As you wish. Valerie nods with dignity. And I think that's our entire team spoken to, and there is no more NPCs in here. So I'm going to
I will guide us.
wait over here. save the game, and thank you, whoever you are, whoever there is out there, for watching. And I hope you're looking forward to the next stream, the next, the next session of playing Pathfinder, and you'll have fun watching, or at least will find it slightly interesting. Thank you for sitting with me and watching the game. This is the end of the stream. Goodbye. See you around. And yeah, bye.